Alright, what's up everyone? Gonna take a trip to Sam's. So I figured I would do a FSD drive. Since we got the new update, so give it a shot, see how it goes. I'm gonna wait for this to kind of fix itself on the navigation. I've noticed it likes to take a different route than what I normally like to go down, so usually I don't start it right when I leave my house. I have to kind of go over and move up a couple of blocks over before it goes down the route that I prefer. Even like right here, it's telling me to go a different route, but I like this way a little bit better. And now I think it gives me an option to select this route. Like right now, it's still trying to tell me to go to the first initial way. And then finally here is where it kicks in, so I guess I'll start from here. So we have a lot of cars parked on the side. Seems to be managing that pretty well. There's a bouncy ball. This corner is kind of tight, but took it pretty well. There's a lot of cars coming from the opposite direction that are try to pull that corner really tight. No stop sign. Does really good. A little bit slower than I would like, but I think it's probably because it saw the pedestrian right there on the side. Maybe that's why it slowed down that much. So like here would have gone a little bit faster. Not too bad. And we're going to be making a left here at this intersection. Stopped at a good distance. The cameras can see the oncoming traffic both directions. See how it takes this? It goes into the left lane. Okay, awesome. So it went into the furthest left lane. Speed picked up pretty quick, so that was good. I know prior, before like the supervised version of FSD, it would take that super slow. So that one went pretty well. That was good. Let's see, it's going to take lane switch here. Probably maybe would have waited for that, but probably would have switched lanes when I was on this section of the road, but nevertheless it did that good. Yellow light. Okay, braking wasn't too bad. Overall, I like this version a lot better. It does feel more like human-like. One issue that I noticed that seems to be pretty persistent is sometimes when it's changing lanes, it doesn't seem like too confident, so it kind of like sways back and forth. I'm not sure if that is like in certain areas. I haven't done it enough to kind of determine that, but there have been a few instances where like it'll swing back, it'll start to go into the lane and then swing back to the original lane. So I'm not sure if that's due to like the confidence that it has, switching lanes, or if it was at times where it was like heavy traffic, so it's just kind of trying to be cautious of the other cars. Running into another yellow light here. overall, good drive to start. We're gonna begin on the highway here in San Antonio, which is 35. There's a lot of construction. Some of the roads are not as nice as the street roads because of that construction. So we'll see how it handles it. And some of the intersections that we have to go to after we get off the highway are kind of weird just because of all the construction. So kind of curious how FSD will manage it, but we'll see. This Tundra driver took off, but the car didn't slow down, so that was good. I mean, that was good. We're coming up to a part here where FSD beta would get kind of confused on what to do, because there's a turning lane which goes into a gas station, but then we want to stay on the turning lane that goes like onto the access way. So as you can see here, took that perfectly, and then here's where we're going to get onto the access way. Does really well, doesn't see any other incoming traffic, and then it's going to take us all the way over to the very left hand lane where we'll get onto the highway from there. But handled that really good. Right where we had the turn onto the access was the same turn as the gas station, as like I was saying earlier, and it would just get confused. It wouldn't know what to do. So here there's kind of like a slight pullback, but not as bad as other times I've noticed. So now we're about to get onto the the actual highway. Okay, we have a pretty clear path, so we should be getting in right here. Awesome, did that really well. And then we are going to want to move over to the very next lane. I think it's going to make the jump here after this truck comes over. Yep, nice. Perfect. That was good. We have a Model 3 in front of us, dual motor. I love that red, it looks so good. And then me personally, I would want to move over one more lane, but we'll see what it does. We'll kind of just let it do its thing. We got this truck. Went over to the next lane last minute, but the car didn't stop or anything like that. Put on the heavy brakes, that was good. So yeah, this road is like super bumpy right now, so if there's a lot of noises, it's coming from my son's car seat, so forgive me for that. Traffic is not too bad. It's 4 p.m. right now. Okay, so it's moving over to the next lane. Did that well. Good drive to start. Haven't had to take over and disengage. I would have wanted to move over probably about right now. Okay, alright, gonna do it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was alright. And then we're going to want to get over one more time, so it should do it here. We still have a little bit to go, so. But we have a car coming up behind us on the right side. So it looks to be speeding up, so I think it might be waiting for that car to pass by. See, like right here, it's slowing down. It should have gone earlier. But then this car moved over too, so okay. See, like right here, did that hesitation. I mean, luckily there's no cars behind us, but that's one thing I noticed that it does. It starts to go, comes back, and then, you know, actually commits to the lane change. But you see here, there's all, you know, I don't know if you can see it from the camera view, there's tons of construction, so some of the roads have been kind of remapped for the construction. We're going to be making a left here, and after we make this left, it's going to take us on the main street of Sam's, and then from there we'll take over, do the curbside pickup. I mean, getting here wasn't bad. I think it was a good drive, but at least you can, you know, you saw that kind of hesitation and lane change. That's one of the things I've noticed. I wish it would commit. I didn't see anything that was in the way that would cause it to do it. Of course, you know, FSD maybe saw something that I didn't, but that's kind of the only like real thing that I've been running into is I guess what you could call like an issue, I guess. So it's going to take a left. Let's see how it does this with all the other cars. Okay, that was good. Okay, and then it's going to go straight. And I think the drive is going to basically show me complete. Yeah, it shows complete. So let me do this and then take over. Everyone seems to be at Sam's today. I don't know if it has to do with the eclipse. That's gonna occur tomorrow here in you know, most of Texas. So there's a ton of traffic. Hopefully we can get in and out, and then I'll show the drive back, and then do it from there. All right, so got the Sam pickup. We're gonna head back home here. Just to wait for this car going the wrong way to get out of the way. Alright. So then alright, so we'll take a trip back. This is kind of be a short video, but maybe you know, definitely want to do kind of, you know, a series of FSD supervised videos, no longer beta. So we did take a drive out this morning to get coffee at a local spot called Graves. If you're in the San Antonio area, definitely recommend going to Graves. Really cool guys. Been going to their coffee shop since they had the truck before they had the storefront. Let's do right here. I'll hit go. They're probably FSD beta. I mean, not beta. Supervised was gonna wait for that car, but I didn't want to hold up traffic since everyone else was going, so push the gas there. But nevertheless, I think that was pretty cool. I was gonna wait for that car to go and be courteous. I took the non-courteous route, so ding one for me, I guess, you know, deducted point. But like I was saying, we took oh, actually it's gonna take a different route. Okay, so it's not gonna go through the highway, it's gonna take some of the back roads. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, we took the you know, the Tesla out to get coffee this morning, and I was using you know, FSD supervised. And there's this one turn before you know, before a couple blocks before you reach the coffee shop, and it would just get completely like confused on what to do. It would because once you get off on the exit, you have to jump about like two or three lanes in order for you to turn on that street that the navigation is taking you to. And FSD beta would just get completely confused. It wouldn't know what to do. It would try to make the turn at the last minute, but you were too far where you would just you would have to go to the next block. But this time it did it perfectly. So I kind of want to film that because I mean, before I would have to take over, go to the next light, and then make the turn to go to the coffee shop, and this time it did it perfect. My wife was making fun of me because I was geeking out about how cool it was that I was able to do that. But yeah, that's how excited I was for that. I felt like we could have moved up a little bit. I mean, if I moved up, the cars wouldn't have been able to pass either, but that's just me, I guess. Okay, so the light's turning green, and let's see how it does. Again, a lot of construction here, so roads have been kind of like remapped. So let's see how it manages this. It does have the car in front of us, you know, that it's following, so it should be okay. It took that turn. Could have been a little bit better. But I didn't press the gas or the brake, it kind of just did that on its own. It is going to be taking us through the back way. So I know one of the, I think this light right here, that's going to give us a left turn. This one has, I think it has a protected left turn, pretty sure. But then it changes pretty fast to like an unprotected left turn. And there's a lot of traffic usually coming, you know, back and forth. So we'll see how it manages that. I mean, overall, I'm liking the new software update. I think it's really good. Just the lane change, like I said earlier, that was kind of the one thing that I noticed right off the back. I'm like, you know, why is it doing that? You know, why is it feeling uncomfortable during those turns? But I think it would, you know, progress over time, right? Can only hope. It's just so crazy, like what the cameras can see. So we see that big Via bus over there. These are some parked cars in a auto lot. And we are running, so if I go here, forgot to mention earlier. So we're on you know, version 12.3.3 for FSD supervised. I was waiting to see when I was gonna get like that update that had the one-time charge, but I don't know, since we're on this like this segment or branch of like the software update, the 2024.3.10, that I'm not going to get it yet until the trial is removed. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. That was one thing I wanted to get, was that one-time charge update, which I thought would be pretty cool. And I think there was some other stuff that was within that package that I wanted, but I forgot the actual details. So we're going 46 and 45. We're kind of cruising along. Usually during the week this road is pretty packed, but during the weekend on a Sunday it's not too bad. Here's where we're coming to the that left-hand turn. There's this guy standing here. Slow down a little bit. I think he's gonna cross the street. Alright, so right now it's a unprotected left turn. So I don't see any cars coming after this van. So yeah, go take it. There you go. Yeah, but if there's you know, like other areas in San Antonio that I guess like had prior issues with FSD, you know, put it down in the comments. I could, you know, go and take a look, go through that drive and see how it's working out. You know, do we see any progress, or you know, or have things potentially gotten worse? But I think overall everything has been better on this new version of FSD. I think in the patch notes for, you know, the new compiled version of FSD, said it got rid of like 300,000 lines of manual code. See, like right here, it's doing that thing where it doesn't know what to do, right? So it needs to commit to the right lane, or you know, just stay in the left lane. But I've noticed it does that, right? So I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but I know, and I keep bringing it up on the video, but yeah, it's one thing that's been like just consistent, that it gets kind of quirky on those lane changes. Oh, but back to my point for the lines of code. Yeah, so I think in detail, you know, the patch notes, it says, you know, replace this 300,000 lines of, you know, manual code. I think that's just crazy, right? First of all, for, you know, it to be that mass of, you know, humans coding that amount, I can't even fathom like how that looks like. It's pretty insane. So it's going 30 and 31, not bad. I think it's kind of going with the flow of traffic. We're in Windcrest right now, which they're pretty tight on the speed limit, so I personally wouldn't want to go like 34, 35, so at least we're not there at that point. But on the way back, I think, you know, it's been pretty good. You know, that we had that one right turn coming from Sam's, right, when we had to cross the highway, where it was kind of maybe hesitant on the distance between the car and then the construction barrier. And then as we were coming into Windcrest, when it kind of extended from one lane to 2 lanes, it at first didn't know where it wanted to go. Should it be the left lane or the right lane? It did try to go to the right, but then stayed in the left lane. So we're coming up to another intersection. It's turned yellow. I think I caught that at a good distance. Braking a little too hard at the end, but did the right move, right? It didn't go. We wouldn't have made it. It would have been red. So, good read from the cameras and the software. On this intersection, if you're coming from this side, the lane that I'm on, or either the lane to the right of me, and you're going forward, the lanes don't exactly line up, so I'm pretty sure the cameras would see that.